Hi, I'd like to take this opportunity to walk you through the directions for your advertising project. Okay, so I'll just go through it line by line and give you my best um, explanation of the directions. Okay, so you can listen to this over and over again if you need to. If there's something you aren't quite clear on, please let me know. But here a couple things to understand before you get going. Number one, you have to be on top of this from day one. Okay, you want to read through it and listen to the video as you are right now. You want to make sure that you don't get behind with your other work, and you want to work on this a little bit every week. Okay, draw up your outline first. That's what I would suggest. Look at the example that I provided in the assignment, and then make progress every week. Do not, I repeat, do not wait till the last week to start this. In fact, step one is due at the end of week 2 of this period. And remember, this is a accelerated course, so you don't have 16 weeks to work on this. Got to be moving. And it's nothing you can't handle, but it just takes your focus and due diligence. Okay, the final product or the final paper and the little a video presentation that you'll do, which I'll talk about in a minute here, is due on 10/14. Okay, so write that down, etch that in your memory. I'm not going to take any late work. Okay, so you got to do that. So anyway, let's go through the directions and see what we've got before us. So I don't want you to put this in report form. I want you to use the outline form as the outline I give you at the end of this page shows and as the example shows. Now the example I provided for you is not a perfect example where you can just replace the name and put yours in there. It's different, but it should be a good indicator of some marketing things and how to lay this out. Okay, so you don't have to do exactly what they did, but I want you to follow my format here that I've got laid out in the outline. And I'm going to grade you primarily on, did you answer all the questions? Does it make sense? Do you demonstrate that you understand what you've read throughout the term? Because you're working on this as you go. Okay, so as you devise your advertising marketing strategy and the market first, how does that manifest itself or been represented by your advertising campaign? That's essentially what you're doing. So secondary considerations are, did you write it well? You can single space for sure. A little creativity, not that you have to build pretty pictures, because you have to do an example of an ad of some sort, which I'll talk about here in a minute. But is it clear? Does it make sense? Is it consistent with what you analyzed and how you define the target market, and now how you're going to talk to them, when and where? Okay, grammar, spelling, punctuation is always a consideration. Okay, so here's what you're going to do, and I'm just going to go through this line by line. You will develop an advertising plan for a new product or service that's approved by me for a company of your choice. I strongly suggest you choose a company for one of your favorite products. Okay, whether it's Ford or ebonite bowling balls or golf clubs from Ping, or I'm fairly open as long as it's something legal to whatever company you're going to choose. I'll help you find a product, okay, or develop one, but it's just going to have to be something they don't currently sell to a market they may or may not sell to. I mean, we'll be a little flexible on that, but a new product. Okay, and I'll give you an example down the road here in just a second, step one. But that's what you're going to do. So you're going to detail your analysis and plan. Okay, so consistency, logic. As you read through this, you want to work on it one day at a time. Okay, so step one which is due by the end of week 2. I want to hear from you where you're going to choose your company. And I give you the example: Apple decides to sell energy drinks. Okay, they don't sell energy drinks, so I don't want you to use that now, but you can certainly do other companies for other things. But pick one you are very familiar with or are interested in, shall we say. So something that, because I don't want it to be real necessarily, because then you can just copy. I want something that you're going to have to say, well, who would be the customer? Okay, something that would make sense for them to sell. Okay, so I would highly doubt Apple is going to start to sell, or develop a line of funeral homes. Now that probably doesn't really make sense. Energy drinks, well, maybe. Okay, So I think you understand. So something semi-realistic, can't be flying saucers, but something new for them. I want it to be retail, not a business product. So not B2B, but B2C, retail companies only. All right, so you're not selling jet engines to the military. Okay, so and again, pick something you're interested in, pick a company you're interested in, and you can have a little fun with it. But I want to hear from you. I want you to email me the company and the product, and then I'll approve it for you, and you can get going. Okay, that's step one. Step two is, as the outline provided suggests, you'll need to do an analysis of the company you are choosing, situational analysis. So the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. What do they do well? Where are they weak? Where are they strong? You might have to do a little research on that, but I provide some examples for you, some links to help you with that. But what kind of position are they in? Who do they currently sell to? Okay. So in step three, you're going to develop a new product, which you've just picked out in step two. Now you've done a analysis of their current product line and their current target market. Okay, this new product, what are the features and benefits going to be? Why are people going to buy it? Because you're going to have to use this to tell your story in the advertising. How are you going to differentiate it? Okay, what's the value proposition? Why should I buy it? Then you're going to also define who's the target market and develop a market persona. Now you can use differentiation variables, which you'll go through in the text. So you're not necessarily going to do this all in one day. You're going to do this as we go through the course, because you're going to go through all these elements, right? So it's not like you're going to do it all at once. In fact, the worst thing you can do is wait till the end to start. Okay, that's just not going to work, because you're going to get way too busy and time's going to blow by, and it's not going to be good, because I'm not taking late assignments either. Okay, step four, develop a media strategy. So once you know the target market, once you know the product attributes or what it does, why people want to buy it, now you can develop a message and a strategy to deliver it. You need details about the 4 Ps: product, price, place, promotion. Okay, and number 5, this is step 5, submit your completed plan and present your analysis and plan via a YouTube video you'll create and upload to your YouTube channel. So you're going to have to go into YouTube. This is not difficult, and create a channel. You can delete it as soon as you're done. You can use your laptop or computers at school with the camera built in the lid, and you can present you do a screen record, go through your project, explain it, show the advertising, and talk to us, or tell me what you've done, why you've done it, and why the target market you chose. This is what I'm going to primarily look for. Does the target market you're telling me you're selling to and the product you're telling me you're selling to match the advertising you're going to use, and where and how you're going to do it? Okay, that's critical. I'll do those match. If they don't, then you're just kind of throwing things at the wall and see if anything sticks. Okay, and when you read through the example, it'll help you as well. So you're just going to email me the link to the YouTube video that you'll create and the written analysis. Okay, and that will be due the last week of the course. Okay, and so here's a general outline, executive summary, which just is a short paragraph that explains what you're selling and why, a table of contents, and then here are basically the pages, current company or sections: current company profile, current marketing mix, 4 Ps, description of their products, then new market, target market profile for your new product, new target. And you could probably flip 3 and 4 as I look at this. Product description if you want, and product features and benefits, differentiation, value proposition, etc. Everything you need to develop an advertising message. Number 5, new creative strategy. How are you going to get their attention? And number 6, the new media plan. How are you going to use integrated marketing communications? So meaning if you use 3 different forms of media, let's say print, TV, and radio, what's going to be the message consistency there? And then why are you using that media? And then why should be, that's where our target market looks. That's their media habits. So you can have to have a mock-up, which could just be the copy where you explain what you're doing, and a little short video or a printed copy of it. You got some talent there. You could color it and then take a shot of it and use a screenshot. Okay, yeah, I mean, you could color on paper. It doesn't have to be anything too fancy, but I want to see a representation of what creatively you're going to use to help get the attention of the target market and explain the features and benefits, why people should buy this. Okay, that's a pretty brief summary, but that should get you going. If you have questions, please let me know, but get started as soon as possible. And I think you'll enjoy this. This should be a good test of your ability to read a book, make sense out of it, and then make application, which is what you want to be able to do. Very good. So anyway, take care, get going, and I'll be anxious to see what you come up with. Thank you.